A lot of Democrats and Republicans are confused and very, very, frankly, frustrated. The lack of information from federal authorities is launching a rare bipartisan unity from lawmakers demanding answers about all of these strange sightings. And we did just hear moments ago from the White House with new information on these drones, as members of the House are now preparing for a briefing of their own. Let's go to NewsNation Washington correspondent Kellie Meyer. Kellie, what's the statement from the White House? And tell us about this big briefing that's supposed to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, we're just getting this in the last few minutes, Elizabeth. I just got off the phone as the White House spokesperson, national security spokesperson John Kirby was briefing reporters on this and actually broke some news, at least in their assessment so far, of what they think these drone sightings are, according to the resources they've been surging to this, they say. And that's why they're telling us they have an answer now in the last few minutes, as opposed to last week, is because of the resources they say they've been surging to this, as they've been having the FAA, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and DOD all looking into this. So I want to tell you what Kirby told us moments ago. And he said, quote, "The sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and even stars that were mistakenly reported as drones." He goes on to say, "We have not identified anything anomalous or any national security or public safety risk over the civilian airspace in New Jersey and or in other states in the Northeast." Now, this comes after we also learned, NewsNation confirmed, that there was going to be a briefing, a classified briefing on Capitol Hill tomorrow. It follows a briefing that we confirmed happened last week, that everyone from the Speaker of the House was on with this classified briefing on these drone sightings. We also heard from the Pentagon press secretary earlier today talking about this, saying that these are not military drones, but also going into what you seem to be going into with your guest next, talking about when President-elect Trump was saying that these should be shot down. The Pentagon press secretary was going into why that might be difficult for the U.S. military to go into, why it's difficult for them to track and detect and take these down if they don't show some kind of threat. If they show a threat, they may be able to look into this further. So going into all of this, as the White House has told us, they've been watching this very closely and now apparently have some assessment of what this is. But John Kirby also telling us that they are going to keep looking into this. This is just the first assessment they have received. And again, because of the resources they say they have been surging. But a lot of folks at home have been waiting for an answer like this, as they continue to say that this has been no national security threat to American people.
Yeah, but Kellie, it's a bit of an evolution, because on Friday or Thursday of last week, I can't remember which day it was, on the drones, John Kirby said they're almost all lawful aircraft. They're now saying, okay, never mind, we do have a whole host of different kinds of drones that people are seeing in the skies, as well as the legal aircraft.
Exactly. And when I caught up with him last week and asked him specifically about the concerns and safety, and when they said, you know, this is not a foreign adversary, at least to our evidence, this is not a threat to public safety, it seems to be a different tone now that they're striking Monday as compared to last week. And again, they say it's because of all of the assessments going into this and the resources they're applying here.
Well, God forbid, you know, somebody accidentally, if people get carried away with this hysteria and freaked out, and in the absence of solid information, you shoot something down and it turns out to be a manned aircraft instead of a hostile spy drone or something like that. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.